Angel Light Tarot 23. I popped. Oh my god! What the? That's why you don't want to go outside, Disco. Disco's been whining because he can't go outside, but it's fucking ice all over it. Ice literally just fell on the window. I don't even know where it came from. It was like somebody just threw ice at the window. It must have fell off the roof. But the way it hit the window, it was like strange. It scared the crap out of Disco even running. It's icy out there, buddy. It's icy as hell. Come here. Come here. Anyways, look at my freaking face. I'm been able to like make serious videos with my face looking like this. Don't judge me. Dude, these pimples did not want to go away. I popped them and they just came right back. Like within hours, they were like filled up, ready to pop again. I was like, that's a sign. Anyways, the reason we're doing this video right here is because we're doing a reveal of my new decks. I told you guys I was, getting bored with the decks I've had for years now and I've been using for you guys. This one's my newest deck that I had of my collection. We don't use this one that often, and that's because this deck is strange. The characters, the story, Alice in Wonderland in general was just strange. So, there's a lot of mystery that comes with Alice in Wonderland in general, and then throwing it with the tarot and talking to the spirits about it is just like, I mean, I can handle it, but I just don't want to do that all the time. Because, like, as a clairvoyant medium who's using the cards, what the fuck was that? As the person who must deal with the spirits and the people who are connected to the energy that we pull with that deck, I'm going to be dealing with characters from that deck for months, weeks. They pop up a year later, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when I did that reading. For real. So, like, over time as a clairvoyant medium, you you're connected to the all, and we're actually all connected to the all, but you're not in tune and aware of what that actually means until you're paying attention to the cycles throughout the year. Like, springtime brings in a certain energy. Summertime has its own. Every season has its own energy. um right now for me it's winter. Winter time, you just think to the things that go on in winter. It gets cold, everything dies, it's brutal when it comes to survival out there. Like, the animals are going through their biggest challenge of the year right now, surviving through harsh conditions. So winter brings a harsh, brutal, cold energy just in general. Um, Springtime, then everything is reborn, and that's when we rebirth. a lot of things rebirth, even the trees outside. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, moving on from all that, let's look at our new decks that we're going to be using now, this year. Newness. I'm bringing in the new in the middle of the in the dead of winter. Some things are born in the winter and they thrive all year round. I was born in the winter. I thrive all year round. I don't really like the winter, but some people don't thrive in harsh conditions. It's my strengths that I have above others that shine, like make me shine above others during the dead of winter. That's really, noticeable to other people. They're like, oh, wow, I can't do that, or I wish I could be more like you, whatever they're seeing. All right, so this first deck we're going to take a look at, um, it's the Stained Glass Tarot. The art's really pretty on it. Let's take a look at the cards. So right off the bat, the backs of the cards look like this. You guys got a closer look at it before I did. I like how it's a star and there's the different like little pyramid triangle shapes, of the star. And then there's the centerpiece of this. All these sectors brought together makes this bigger star. Right here on the little triangle part, there's like a swirly looking eye thing. That's cool. That's the kinds of things you take notice of when you're reading signs. Very nice. And I don't know if it did not come with a little paper that says what the cards mean, but it seems to be traditional tarot deck, so that's okay. I'll understand what the cards mean. I have a book from another traditional tarot deck that I learned traditional tarot decks off of. But I'll show you guys some of the cards. We'll do a little reading with it. That's the King of Cups. Can I give you a little preview? Oh, what's that one? I like that one. That's cute. Oh, the Six of Cups. I like their take on the Five of Cups in this deck. typically it's a person standing next to 2 cups that are spilled over, or these 3 cups are actually spilled over, and there's usually like 2 cups still standing somewhere. But he's in this depiction, he actually has these cups in his hands and he's like holding on to them. These are the last 2 cups. He like nobody's knocking these cups over. Like these ones are on the floor. If y'all want to knock some cups over, go knock those over, but not these. These are the major arcana. The world card. What's that one? Judgment. I like the moon card. It looks nice. Alright, let's do a little reading with it. Do in general what we need to know. It will be a collective message with us all. So, on with what's going on with those who are connected to the all, and that's everyone. Paying attention or not, do it. All right, we got the Page of Wands here, indicating somebody's receiving a message of some kind. It's a creative message. Maybe somebody's telling this to them creatively. We have the Ace of Wands. So a gift of creativity from the divine. So God-given creative abilities. There's an A on this card. At first, when I looked at the card, I thought that was a lion right there, but it's not. It's nothing really. We have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords takes action quickly to tell some truth or cut away something with the truth. We have the Nine of Cups. Somebody's feeling content but discontent at the same time. So they're not like, so they're okay, but there's a discontentment that needs to be dealt with. And the Four of Swords. Oh, damn. That looks like Romeo and Juliet. this. I like this art. That's beautiful. It's not even like a real girl that's dead in the card. It just looks like one. This guy's just like leaning on that, thinking, I don't. He's like dead or something. I don't know. Has roses. It's pretty. They kind of made this rose over here look like a basketball. Move these up a little bit. I had these cards set out earlier. I pulled earlier. I gotta put them back. And then I'll pull some of these. Okay, so this message that somebody's telling creatively who has creative gifts from the divine is making somebody go within to place swords, mental swords, where they go appropriately. So if somebody heard this group of people over here, like this one individual does this, and that individual does that, and that guy does that, so they have a whole bad perspective of this group of people. But say everything that you were told about these people was just lies. So those lies are swords in your mind. So that's what somebody is trying to do to find contentment, is place these swords where they need to go. Was that a lie? Was that true? You know, who's really doing blah blah blah. Make that resonate with the situation. Somebody is all talk. They're just babbling. They're just trying to continue, probably, to be of importance in a situation, but they're not. They're getting tired of listening to this person. It's like in this be still be still for the moment energy, because we need to place those mental swords where they go. At the bottom of the deck, this is what we are not seeing in the situation. This is all things that are on the surface that's like obvious. What's not as obvious around this, what's going on, is this Queen of Swords is cutting away things, speaking truth, standing in her power. She has just come out of this fuckery situation to where this person was trying to push her buttons, and that person was trying to push her buttons, and that person or trip her up or whatever. But somebody is feeling love for this person. What are you doing, Disco? He's acting weird because he hasn't been outside all day. Aww. I know. You love going outside. Look for mousies. He's giving me those eyes. Why does it have to ice storm? Oh, buddy. You know, the best of us have to stay inside when it ice storms, okay? Oh, he's so cute. You're cute, buddy. You're so cute. Oh, you're cute. You're so cute. Alright. Back to the story I was telling. We got this Four of Cups, feeling content, but discontent at the same time, with these loving feelings, inside. Um, Somebody's trying to control that, the situation. Like, they don't like it that somebody feels love in their heart for somebody. It's probably stemming from jealousy. We have this Ten of Pentacles and death. And somebody stuck in limbo. So somebody's bringing death to somebody's Ten of Pentacles. Let's see. Pressure. Somebody's feeding their inner demon. I think somebody wants to pressure somebody into like somebody loves to feed their inner demon that is jealous and greedy by ruining things for other people in general. That's just what this person loves doing. So this Queen of Swords has experienced pressure and button pushing from this individual who just likes to feed their inner demon. And that's what this Nine of Wands energy is. The setups. That's what's bringing the discontentment. Like, why do you guys want to fuck with this person so bad? Like, but it's positive. That's the positive aspect. That's where we're finding contentment in the situation, is that there's a light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to this. The High Priestess is dealing with the conflicts with this Emperor, pointing things out to an Emperor as a light worker should. Like, as a clairvoyant medium light worker, if I see some shit that's going on behind the scenes because I'm in tune and connected and I'm reading the signs from the ancestors, and I say, hey, listen, I'm not sure, but I've been getting the signs that it could be this or that. And this Emperor's like taking it seriously, like, okay, if you say it could be that, it could be that. I'll pay attention, and we'll see how true that is, or not, you know? But this Emperor is listening to this High Priestess, and he's like, it's true. Everything that bitch says is true. We got this Two of Swords and the Hierophants. The High Priestess is saying, listen, at some crossroads, when you go the wrong direction, the Hierophants are gonna be there. Energetically. That's Ascended Masters. That's God. Everybody's on a fucking personal spiritual journey with God. God and your angels and ancestors are watching you. And they will send in people who are divine messengers to help. They don't just have I'm a divine messenger labeled on their fucking forehead, okay, guys? And if some of us are out here, dressing nice, we have certain pieces of jewelry like necklaces with crosses on it, stuff like that. That's the stuff you should look for. God's people try to stand out above others so they're noticeable to you. Like us, because we don't actually have "I'm one of God's workers" written on our bodies. You know what I'm saying? Just as the devil has his workers out there. Not saying the devil's work is like horrible. The devil's work is to keep the demons in line. God's work is to keep the angels in line. And God and the devil have fucking meetings about it. Makes sense, right? So, at the crossroads, somebody went in the wrong direction, putting this pressure on that Queen of Swords who is going to stand in her power. And the Hierophant and the High Priestess are here, and the Emperor. This bitch is rolling thick that we're talking about here. This Queen of Swords. She ain't gonna have that shit. And she sees right through it. She's like, oh no. We're gonna bring an end to these cycles. Because this spiritual high priestess, who probably is the Queen of Swords, is like, we don't enable cycles to continue. We're the type that are curse breakers out here. You know what I'm saying? That's heavy energy. It's heavy, when you experience something like that weighs heavy on you. These spirits are rolling heavy. Like they're about to weigh down on somebody. It's going to feel like gravity just got turned up. That's what I'm talking about. You ever had it feel like somebody turned the dial up on the gravity and you just like can't move? Like, oh, I can't pick up my legs. Like, I just can't get up today. People can't even imagine the spiritual shit that can happen to them. Like, literally, if God says turn up the fucking magnetic field under their feet, he can do that. It's a curse. It's a spell. He doesn't actually turn up the whole thing for everyone. That would be that would screw up the whole thing. There's a lot of things people don't know about, like spells and curses. That's all real? Yes, it is. Hauntings, possessions, real shit, man. There's fucking Catholic priests out there right now trying to figure out how they're gonna exorcise somebody, probably. You know what I'm saying? It's realer than real deal Homieville. So don't fuck with your own bitch. That's what this reading's saying. Something to do with incest and high beliefs? What the? We got nature assistance. Look for the signs of nature. Somebody's cold. And I'm looking at let's look to the signs of nature that were in this video. It seemed like a spirit or something threw ice at the window, literally. It ice stormed here last night into this morning. It's still very icy out there. Somebody's looking to touch but not really buying. When it comes to this, somebody could be spiritual brothers or sisters. You guys hear the train? That's what it is. That's the confusion. That's what this person's saying. That's all talk, and they just keep babbling. They don't actually know what the fuck they're talking about. Oh, Santa knows something. Oh, see what I'm telling you guys? Like, all the fucking eyes of heaven and the hell and fucking and of this realm, like our ancestors that are walking around, they don't want to cross, they don't want to go like all the way up to heaven, like they're watching you, like all the characters of the spiritual realm are watching somebody. Even Santa knows. That something's true. Remember I said in this reading just a little while ago that high priestess keeps pointing out to that emperor, hey, look for this, hey, look for that, and it's true every time. Things are going to be simple, Santa says, with this animal assistance. Somebody's feeling offended. If you get the hots for somebody who was your brother or sister in a past life, it's just not something you need to like think too hard about. We place people where we feel like we should place them. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's all kinds of different love you can have for people. Now, if a brother and sister who have been family, you know, in a past life, I mean, not like they're our brother and sister this lifetime. Like, they could be from two separate families. They could have grew up in two totally different states even, or countries. But in a past life, they were brother and sister. Like, you'll just feel that connection with them. So somebody has met somebody that they have that, like, connection with. And while they're trying to think about where this love feeling's coming from and what kind of love this is, somebody else is like, oh, if you liked them too much, that would be gross because they were your brother or sister in a past life. Like, bitch, how do you even know that? I mean, people can know that, but why are you getting that nosy into somebody else's bullshit? Shit, if I wanted to be with somebody who was a brother of mine in a past life and I'm not, and I don't remember us being brother or sister in a past life, I'm not gonna worry about it. Like, it doesn't affect you at all. We tend to stick around like lifetime after lifetime. We tend to be surrounded by souls that that we had experiences with in the past. Like, that's history repeating itself. And a lot of us are clones. Like, there's not just one of me. There's others that are like me. There's boys that are like me. We just have different characteristics. Like, you ever notice that some people will have like the same arms, but they look different in the face? That's because God gave them the same arms. Think about it. We're all actually like God's brothers, like God's babies. So basically, we're all brother and sister, right? But if there's a God and a devil, and God can make babies, why can't the devil make babies? Because it is as above as it is below. So I think we just, we're gonna say that's real. Because that sounds real and real to Homeyville to me, that the devil would have his little demon babies and God has his angel babies. But anyways, that's I'm just going to be done with this reading right there, because that's what the problem is. There's a lot of details that come into this spiritual stuff that they act like they know all about, but they don't. They're still learning. It's okay to to have a belief and test it out. But if something contradicts your belief, that means you need to make adjustments or throw that belief out because it just got contradicted. You need to figure out how your belief got contradicted. And that's going to take time. I don't even have to pull more cards for this reading. Whoever said things about that High Priestess, Queen of Swords, they have lessons to learn still. And they just don't, when they say certain things and try to do certain things to God's like main divine messengers, they don't understand the level of fucked up they like that is. Like when you say something about somebody who's a spiritual leader, everybody's like, what? That spiritual leader's doing that? And that creates a whole fucking spiritual war until they find out if that was true or not. You know how long we can go in circles trying to figure out if something was true or not? It's not okay to lie about things that are serious. God's divine messengers are on a serious mission and they devote themselves to the mission. And when you become a problem to the mission, you have to be told, like, hey, listen, that's one of God's main people. And if you try some fuck shit on her or him, you could die, literally. Usually God gives you a good 3 strikes. Jealousy and greed are devilish characteristics. And if God's light workers are irritating to you, that means You have some lessons to learn. You must go through the dark night of the soul. You must learn to get your demons under control. Because you're allowing them to control you, essentially, if you're that person that's attacking God's divine light workers based off your jealousy and greed. You know? That's like exactly what God's people are talking about. They just don't get it. So yeah, that was that deck. Alright, next deck we got the Gourmet Tarot. Everybody's talking about cooking and everybody likes that. I can't think of a word I'm trying to think of. Drawing a blank. When we use food to explain things, people just love that. I don't know. But the Gourmet Tarot, let's take a look. Oh, it looks like a picnic blanket on the back side. Wait, I'm gonna put this other deck back in the box. Sorry, I'm a little tired, guys. I worked this evening, but I was so excited to see that these were delivered while I was at work. I had to show you. Oh. Alright. Cool. Ooh, what's that? The Empress. That sounded like slush that hit the window this time. Pretty cool artwork. Let's do a little reading. What, buddy? You miserable? Oh, miserable. The Five of Swords. Was somebody backstabbing and betraying us, buddy? He just has a look like he's unsettled. Oh, is that it? Now you happy I noticed? Now he's looking at me like, see, you don't want to go out there, man. The fucking ice is falling all over. Just fell on the fucking roof. when that fell, he was like, "You're so cute." All right, we got the Wheel of Fortune. That's indicating we're turning the wheel. We're about to be more fortunate. We got judgment being called. After this judgment's called, looks like 4 loaves of bread just got baked in the oven. And we have justice. Dang. Four of Swords. Justice and judgment will be had within our minds when we place the swords where they go. The Three of Pentacles. We got a collab. Somebody's collaborating in order to place these mental swords where they go. Like, sometimes we got to turn to other people that we trust in order to get to the bottom of the truth. You know, what's really going on. The Seven of Wands here. So somebody just climbed up out of the struggle and they're looking down at the situation and they're like, damn, please don't pull me back down into that shit. Because they're feeling cold. You know, once you realize who people truly are inside that you've been surrounding yourself with, you get a little unsettled. We got the Reapers here stepping in, ready to bring death to a situation. We got stalking from the shadows. Something's hidden from somebody. Alone. Somebody wants to give somebody a loan. Like literally somebody stalking people just to give them loans so they can owe them extra later. Come on, that's extra. Somebody's mind blown by this. Somebody must have been really doing some extra stuff just to get somebody to get a loan. We got the Fool card. Somebody wants to take a leap of faith. After this page of truth was had, they're finding strength. In a divine partnership. Somebody's like, no. Not with, don't partner up with your soulmates and figure out what's really going on. Then I would be irrelevant and my shit wouldn't work on you anymore. Somebody's choosing to show love even though they see right through somebody's bullshit. We got this low life phase. People just chilling, you know, taking their time. Wow. Somebody's stealing money. And that somebody's gonna have an epiphany. It's almost like if you had a safe with some money in it that you keep at the house, and you were gonna be home all day, but this was a day that your girlfriend wanted to take $50 out of your safe, but she can't take $50 out of your safe if you're home sitting in front of the safe playing video games all day. So she makes up a reason for you to need to go out of the house, so she can just have access to the safe while you're gone. I'm not saying that's the actual situation. That's just the situation that the divine put in my head to explain it to you guys. But it's like somebody sets up stupid scenarios and sends somebody out on pointless errands and keeps them running in circles just so they can do things while they know they're busy. They won't notice. Like, I sent them off on that mission. They're going to be busy for a while, so I can do this. So be mindful of that if you feel like you're that person. Somebody just keeps trying to like distract you and send you off on errands and unnecessary quests. It's because there's a reason for that. When you're a parent and you have a child you want to get rid of for 5 or 10 minutes, you tell them to go, oh, hey, remember that one toy you had that you really used to love playing with, but you won't play with it anymore? Oh, I found it, and it's in the back of the closet. You got to go dig out this and that, and you'll find it. And they're like, oh, yay. And then they're busy for 5 minutes digging the stuff out of the closet, and they find the toy, and then before they go play with the toy, you're like, before you go play with the toy, you gotta put all the stuff back now. So you bought another 5 minutes. That's what somebody's doing to somebody. It's okay when we do that to children, but we don't need to keep running people around when they're not our child. We keep people running around like that when they're asking us to give them tasks to do. Like when I go to work. I don't like to stand around and do nothing. I will ask what I can do. And then my manager tells me I could do this, that, and that. And she's got me set up for an hour or so. You know what I'm saying? But somebody's doing that to somebody just to keep their mind focused on something and not them. They just do not want to focus on them and what they're actually doing. So if somebody runs you over to go, hey, go do that for me real quick. Like, go wash the dishes. Hey, go wash the dishes real quick. And they're in the other room, and you're like washing the dishes, and you're like, what the fuck are they doing? Why aren't they in here helping me wash the dishes? Or, cleaning that up. There's a mess over there that could be cleaned up. They want me to fucking do these dishes so bad. I want them to clean up that mess over there. What the but so you just put the dishes down. Just sneak out. Check and see what they're doing. That person that sent you to do the dishes. Like, why did they send me away from here? and I feel like somebody's gonna get caught. You might want to be careful doing that this time of year because it could be Christmas presents they're like trying to sneak in the house or something, but you gotta use your discernment, guys. We did have that stealing money card, I'm just saying. falling during this reading. It wasn't falling. I didn't notice it at all this evening, and then I started this reading. And it's fallen like a bunch of times. It sounds like somebody's out there knocking the ice off something, but nobody's out there. Oh, I love you, buddy. Just go give me a kissy. Alright, and the third deck I have to reveal to you is the Haunted House Tarot deck. I just figured that I'd get this one. I wasn't sure if I wanted to get this one or not, but you guys love the haunted stuff a lot. Everybody seems to like the scary movie characters lately. Like Freddy and Jason and Michael. So that's why I went ahead and got this. Ooh, I like the backs on these. It's cool. These cards do not have anything written on them except for the Roman numeral numbers. So I'm going to have to really use my intuition with these ones. I mean, with the Roman numeral numbers on it, I can always refer to the book here, the traditional tarot deck, because they are numbered. But this deck's going to take some getting used to because I don't know the Roman numeral numbers of each tarot card yet. I haven't really needed to know that. So that's a new challenge for me personally. My pillow's sliding out from under my booty. There. Alright, well, let's do a short little reading with this. Oh, can't come up fast in here. Too long. Ooh! First card out. It's like these twins in a hall. And then we have this. It's an old man standing out in the fog with a lantern And this woman's watching him from a window or something. Yeah, it's from a window. So, like, maybe there's this kind of thing going on inside the house, and this guy's sent outside to go find out what's going on out there. And then we have this girl with two dogs. The dogs are howling at the moon, and this castle off in the distance. So maybe like up ahead in the story to where this old man's looking out. It's the gate. There's a gate and this girl's like running out of it. We got knowledge is power. Find peace in the present moment. Whatever you're going through. We have Uranus. Known as the planet of liberation and freedom, brings you extreme feelings to make a breakthrough. You may feel limitless. I think this old man's feeling limitless out there in the fog. Something is connected to India. And somebody is lacking self-worth. I feel like that's because that's why this chick is running away. She's reached the gate. She's about to... What the fuck is somebody doing out there, revving up their engine in an ice storm when it's foggy out? I just noticed it's foggy in the distance. I'm paying attention to the signs of nature. That's what the reading said. I don't know what they're doing out there. Maybe that was the old man who's got in his car. There's a woman holding her stomach, looking to the light. Then we have like another woman here who has a key in her hand. And there's paintings on the wall. One of them's a lion. One's a bull. One's an eagle. And another one's like an angel or something. The energy is full of magic for you today. It's your day. We're switching the focus to happy. So I feel like the woman in this card is turning to the light, and the light is telling her to switch her focus away from negativity and be positive. Just find peace in the present moment, because it's written in the stars that things are going to be magical. We have assuming. Somebody's making an ass out of themselves and everyone else in a situation. Or maybe they don't want to do that. That's what this light orb is telling this person. But she's steady saying, I can't, no. They can't. We can't do this or that. That's this chick over here. Well, this chick got the key to every door. And she's using the animals. She's got animal assistants. So she's like, shut up, bitch. We got this shit. Ooh. And then we have this dark looking angel chick. She has some kind of like magic coming from her hands. And she's towering above a building. So she got the key to this type of energy, maybe? Okay, the demon has a good point. Somebody had sex and they're keeping it on the hush. We got incest and odd beliefs. Even though something looks a certain way, it could just look that way. You need to go deeper. We have attention. Group approach. Be weary of what these people want. They approach in like threes, 2, 3s, maybe 4 people. 2 of them will approach you to ask you some questions, and then these other 2 who are connected to those 2, they approach you on a separate occasion asking you a second half of questions, and then they put all their information together. So the demon is pointing out that that's these people in this house that she's like beaming her magic into. Maybe they've been too nosy. My nose is starting to itch. We had the card. The demon has a good point. We have this Ace of Pentacles card. This demon is like, I see Ace of Pentacles in working with God's light workers when it comes to this. Listen, the demons are the devil's babies, right? They want to make him happy. How do they make him happy? It's not by destroying things for no fucking reason, because why wouldn't the demon babies be fucking turning up all over the place? That ain't it. It's much more complex. The dealings of the underworld, I feel like they've been lazy about researching into that. over generations, and that's what's holding us back. We just keep blaming everything on the devil. Well, the devil didn't even do it. Oh, I just received $5 credit from Temu. Nice. Alright, we got Karmic Fog. Ooh. Fog. Remember in the reading we pulled out the guy who's going out there with the lantern into the fog, and it's foggy out tonight. There's things going on behind the scenes that aren't being accounted for because it's essentially in the dark to your consciousness. So when something's in the dark to your consciousness, you're not factoring that in. Like, if somebody's coming at you saying, that person over there needs spankings, and you're like, why do they need spankings? They didn't do anything. But that person that this person was saying needs spankings, like, dealt with them. They broke their toys and ate all their cookies. And then that's what upset them. So I like to use kids as an example. Yeah. Like if a kid runs up, tells you as the parent, somebody else needs spankings, and you didn't see or notice anything, but then they tell you the story, right? But they took my cookies, they broke my toy, look at my toy, blah, blah, blah. Then you're like, oh my god, maybe they do need spankings, thanks. I'm gonna go whoop that ass. So that happens. I'm just using children as an example, but this happens to big baby men and women all over every day. Sometimes the boss needs to lay the smack down. So, yeah. We're seeing through the karmic fog soon, if we're not already. You know what I'm saying? That's what this reading's indicating. This old man out here in the fog is seeing what's right in front of his lantern. Alright, we're gonna end this here. I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys like the new decks. I'm really excited to use them and do more readings with them here in the future. I always appreciate you guys watching the videos, giving me those views. Hit the like button, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already so you're notified when I go live. Peace.